Hi, I'm Kat and thank you for joining me for this video. This is a portrait of my cat Nova, who sadly passed away in January this year. I did a portrait of her a week after she passed away, and that one was all about saying goodbye to her. So it was kind of a bittersweet painting for me. It was sad because she was gone and it was my way of saying goodbye, but also sweet because it was based on a photo of her when I think she was about 6 months old. She was still just a kitten anyway, but she looked all sweet and innocent, and I just thought that would be a really nice photo to use as a reference for the portrait. Nova was my little companion for almost 9 years, and it was really hard working on it just because I missed her so much at the time, and I still do miss her now, but I wanted to do another portrait of her that was full of happiness rather than sad goodbyes. I chose to paint a soft blurry background so that she would stand out with her black and white fur against the brighter colour of the background. And although she was a black and white cat, she had a lot of brown fur underneath the black, and so I included a lot of browns for the first few layers. For the areas of white fur, I started off with a warm grey colour so that I could add brighter whites on top of it later on. I always associated pink with Nova because it's my favourite colour for one thing, and so I bought her a pink collar that lasted about a week before she destroyed it, and we also got her a pink food bowl, which is now the water dish that I'm using, and you can see it in the top left of your screen. I know we'll end up with another cat someday, but I wanted to keep this bowl separate because it was Nova's. So this way it's like there's a part of her always with me as I'm working at my desk. A few years ago I did another painting of Nova which also had a pink background, so as far as I'm concerned, pink was her colour too. The photo this painting was based on was taken about a year ago on a day we received a delivery, and I think it was books or something, but they arrived in a fairly decent sized box, perfect for a cat. As soon as it was on the floor, Nova sat down next to it and looked up at me expectantly like, "Well, I'm a cat. That's a box." You know, it was just really funny. It was like she was just demanding it be opened for her. And like a dutiful cat servant, I emptied the box, and as the last book was taken out, she jumped straight in and she looked up and she had this expression on her face that I'm painting, and it's like she was saying, "About time," or you know, something like that. It was just really funny because she had never been that insistent with a box before. She would jump in them, but she'd sort of be a bit meh about them usually, but for some reason on this day, that was her box. I wanted to include bubbles in this portrait because for me they represent happy times, happy memories that were made while Nova was still with us. And that's what makes this a happy portrait for me rather than a sad one. Because when I look at it, I'm going to remember that time when she sat down next to the box and demanded it be opened for her. And the bubbles are just about remembering it being a positive and happy time. So that's just my way of remembering her. And I think this one's probably a nicer tribute to her than the previous one, because the previous one was more about saying goodbye, whereas this one is about remembering a beautiful and cheeky little cat named Nova. I still really miss her, especially our conversations. She was one of the most talkative cats I have ever known, and I've known a lot of cats in my life. But I am thankful for the time we had together, even though it seemed far too short. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment below and subscribe if you'd like to see more paintings like this. You can see this finished painting along with many others over on my website, Instagram and Facebook accounts, and I also post progress photos and videos and other random things, so make sure you go check those out. All the links are in the description below. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful and creative week.